Hey, Mass from BonkTable here. Once again, reviewing more lists for D20. Amulet D20. D20 Amulet. Conquest Last Argument King. These are just buzzwords. Like, I've gone so far down into the list review that I don't know where I am anymore. But we're gonna look at Perko Footloose version 6. Perko here is playing Nords. He's got Blooded with the God Spear, so this is gonna give him parry, and I believe it gives him something else. It's mostly gone for parry. I think it gives him cleave 1. Mostly something you'll see on the Jarl to get some cleave. But oh, it gives him cleave 2. The Blooded already has cleave 2, so he doesn't care. It's mostly for parry. This is against any regiments that have flurry. So characters that have flurry, regiments that have flurry, Athanatoi, Raptor Riders. Who else has flurry? Opportunist as well, I believe. So an opportunist because it's anything that allows rerolls of hits, I believe is what it specifically says. Parry. Enemy stands engaged with a stand with a special rule cannot reroll failed hit rolls. So it will work into opportunist if they are touching that stand. It's pretty good. He's going to be unit, probably trolls. Yep, double trolls, double golder. Thumbs up. I love it. Everyone knows my my joy of trolls. Oblivious Dread, cleave 1, the regen 6, using the Blooded to rally the unit and keep them healing and keeping them going is all going to be for the betterment. Forward force on trolls is also really good for turn 2. We then have 2 units of Golder. Golder are a fantastic regiment. Really, like, this is a very solid regiment, especially at 160 points. Their stat line's pretty good. Volva Warlord, as we can see, is a little lower down, giving them E2 instead of E1. Just keeps them going a little further. Getting everything to evasion 2, especially on the trolls and the Golter and basically all of, like, majority of Nords. I think there's 1 or 2 things that won't be E2 in the faction based off that supremacy. It just keeps a lot more things alive, surprisingly, and ignores so many more abilities where people are like, oh, I'm cleave 3, I got these guys were to cleave 2, the character is cleave 3, this guy attacks normal. I'm like, yeah, just roll them all together, it's fine. I'm evasion 2, I'm taking it all in the same dice roll, it doesn't matter. But Golter, Impact 4 made them the March Charge Cav. They are speed 6, so they kind of threat range automatically in at 13. They do have Unstoppable if they want to go further. If you can charge Clash and then apply Trample, you're going to get a lot of work done. But sometimes even just doing your impacts and doing your tramples, you'll kill off a stand or 2. They'll fight back, do a couple wounds, and then you'll just kind of clash and charge into the next thing and keep going. Double Golter, really solid. Overall, this is a really solid Blooded Warband. I like it a lot. Volva, as I mentioned before, she is the Warlord, giving out evasion +1 to everybody. She's got just Huskarls with her. So Huskarls are actually surprisingly a pretty good brick. They are taking a thing for Bastion 1. This will get them to D4 with Untouchable for rerolling 6s to keep them alive. This is, I feel, mostly going to be used to keep shooting elements off of them. What is going to be really solid. They don't really want to commit until much later in the game because you want that Volva alive as long as possible. She is going to be focusing her heal spells onto the Trolls to keep them alive, onto the Huskarls to keep them alive, and as we get into the next warband, the 2 units of Bow Chosen, the Steel Chosen with the Conning Gear to also keep them alive. Her healing spell only affects infantry, so it will not affect the Icy Otnar that we saw down there. Beep. And the 2 units of Golter. What is kind of sad, but she has plenty of targets and opportunities to heal stuff. She has a good attack spell, what I think is Attunement 4 off the top of my head, but has no AP, unlike the Shaman's attack spell. And she can also cast Blessed onto stuff. Blessing Trolls has been really funny, either defensively or offensively. I've gotten a lot of work out of that at a couple games. And looping back to Huskarls, it's good to bless them as well, because, you know, you can just... Clash 3 goes to 4, blessing their attacks. You don't really want to bless them defensively unless you're, like, really, really worried, because rerolling... Like, the only thing you don't reroll at that point, especially if they have Bashing Up, is the 5s. But sometimes you do need it, because let's say there's a bunch of cleave coming in and you need them to live so that she can heal them and get them going to stay in the fight. Next warband, Conagir. He's got the figurehead, so Tenacious 3 against shooting. Probably in the unit of Steel Chosen. He's probably giving Opportunist to his entire warband, so the Bow Chosen get Opportunist for the piercing shot. And his Steel Chosen are kind of like another unit of Golter, except instead of March charging, they want to charge Clash. The Flurry with Linebreaker and their Clash 3 at 6 attacks is just a really good stat line to do a lot of work. E1 to E2 because of the Volva Warlord is going to provide them that extra survivability, especially with the Tenacious 3 against shooting from the figurehead. Going to keep them alive a little longer is what you need. Vulva healing is going to kick in. But mainly, they should follow up after the trolls have engaged. You know, when the Golder have hit, they're there to follow up, clean some house. Bow Chosen, as the lights, are going to be really good, shooting those shots. You kind of want to play this Horns of the Bull, so you're going to have Bow Chosen in the middle, Trolls on the side, Golter on the side, and then you're going to have Vulva and the Huskarls looking for a zone to score and cast from and be effective from that position, while have the Steel Chosen and the Siotnar filling in any holes that happen. Once again, Siotnar is kind of the love of my life for Nords. Has done phenomenally well and carried me very well through Heos and many other tournament games. I can't give this thing enough credit for its ability of Fiend Hunter, for its ability of having a free volley action, for its ability to just double march up, throw its anchor, do some damage, you know, charge, clash, throw the anchor, wipe out a unit, throw an anchor, finish it off, charge, clash into something else, especially getting that Fiend Hunter. People really hate it when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just hitting on threes, re-rolling, and they're like, oh god, no. So there's been actually times where one of the games that I won was because I clashed, killed the regiment the Siotnar was engaged in, charged, did a bunch of impact damage, and then dropped the anchor, doing that barrage, and killing out another unit while sitting on the zone. So wiping out 2 units and sitting on the zone kind of was like the tipping point in a game to secure the victory. The Siotnar does a phenomenal job of that. He also has a really good stat line defensively, D3, R3, and the evasion 2 with the 16 wounds. He does die sometimes, just in one go, but other times, he's taking 14 damage and lives on 2 health. And you're like, sweet, let's go, Siotnar, here we go. But yeah. In this list, I do like it. It's got a lot of good pieces. It's got a strategy. It's got a game plan. And I think it'll do really well if played correctly. Nords is very much about the positioning of the game and piece trading. It should have enough tools in here. It's got 5 cards, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's got 12 cards. Should have enough tools to piece trade, especially into lowered list or the same amount of activations, and should be able to do well. So, Perko, hope you do really well at Amulet D20, and I hope you have a great time. Let's get on to that next list.